Today I'm going to be making Italian bread. I've never made Italian bread before, so this is going to be fun. I'm using a recipe I found online. I will post a link in the description to where you can find it. And let's get started. Alrighty, so we're going to combine first the first part of the dough, which is going to be a cup of hot tap water, which I already have in the mixing bowl. And then we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and 1/4 cup of olive oil. Now the recipe I'm using calls to mix this first. So we're going to mix it with the paddle. And you just want to mix until well combined. So, well, I guess I can keep that on. But we're going to add in, after this, 1.5 cups of flour. I have my flour separated. It calls for a total of 3 cups and 1/4 cup. So, we're just going to sprinkle it in. Well, I kind of more dump. Whee! There we go. And then we're going to let this combine. Alright, now that we're combined, we're going to add in the yeast mixture, which as you can see is nice and foamy up the top. Just going to pour this right in. And scrape as much as we can because we want all that nice yummy yeast to get into our bread to allow it to rise. Because if it doesn't rise, then it's unleavened bread and we're not making unleavened bread. So we're going to let this mix for a little bit. Alright, you didn't see it, but I did add in the rest of the flour and we combined it till it's clearing the sides. So we're going to turn this off now and we're going to put all the dough back into the bowl once we get it back in. It's being kind of picky right now. But after this, we're just going to let it rise until it has doubled in size. So I'm going to put it in a nice warm place and cover it, and I will see you then. Alright, now that our dough is risen, we're going to flatten it so that way we can shape it. So I'm just using this little platter so that way I don't have to make a huge mess. I just got done cleaning most of my kitchen, which, as most people know, or should know, hopefully, is a never-ending process. So you can shape your dough however you want to, but this is Italian bread, so we're going to try and aim for a more normal loaf style. And the instructions I have call for jelly rolling it like this. Ooh. See? And then we make sure that when we place it on our baking or parchment paper, it is seamed out. Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is just let it rise again for about 30 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to pop it into the oven. And we're going to have some nice Italian bread in hopefully about an hour or so. And I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, our bread has now done its second rise. It looks all nice and loafy. I'm quite excited. So before we pop it into the oven, we're just going to put an egg wash on it so you can get that nice glossy look to bread. Woo. And then once we're done, we will score the top. So you can score the top however design you want. I'm just going to do a couple slices. Once I get to that, of course I have to finish washing my bread, which we're almost done. Woohoo! Bread washing. Alright. Get around. And good. Then take a sharp knife because I don't have anything else. And see if I can do this. Woo. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Ah. You know, so professional. But, well, should work. So now we're going to pop this into the oven at 375 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then I'm going to let it cool for about 15, and then I will show you the finished product. So I hope you all stick around for that. Alright, so now that the bread is done baking, I cut a little piece off of it. As you can see, it has a nice golden brown to it. It is squishy. The whole thing is actually squishy. I was expecting the top to be harder, but it's not, which is actually kind of nice. So I'm going to try it now because I haven't made my own Italian bread before. Smells good though. That's good. And I'll post a link in the description, like I said, to the recipe for this Italian bread. I hope you all try it out, and I hope you have a wonderful day.